Hello and welcome back to the Championship Rounds podcast. In a week in which we saw a fantastic performance, a generational performance, you see fighters going through weight classes and collecting belts, and it happened at 140 pounds on Saturday. One of the best performances you'll ever see. From a special fighter that shook up the boxing world. And yeah, Prince Patel beat Yaya Musa for the WBA Asia Super Lightweight title on Saturday. So you want to talk about that?
That is superior.
Yeah, that is superior.
That's just superior.
Yeah. In all seriousness, like Shakur Stevenson dominating Teofimo Lopez. We all picked him to win. We all thought it would be quite one-sided, but it was just a fantastic performance, and I didn't think that Shakur would essentially it would just turn into a beating in the second half. Shakur just beat him up. I didn't think that would happen. Teofimo Lopez was bloodied and bruised, and for a while, I thought in the second half of the fight that there could be a stoppage if Shakur stepped up a little bit. But he didn't, and he sort of just went to points. But yeah, maybe lost one round. Just a fantastic performance. And yeah, a fantastic fighter, Shakur Stevenson.
We all, like you said, we all thought he was going to win, and there wasn't going to be any doubt on how he would win. But I don't think it was going to get that nasty. Like, it got kind of like stomach churning around round 9, 10. Like, yeah, like if he did what he was doing in those like rounds there, like 3 or 4 rounds before, I probably would have assumed that he would have stopped him, like on like just damage alone, to be honest. Even if he didn't really hurt him, he just was gonna make the doctor stop it, or like something like that.
Like we all picked Shakur because obviously Teofimo used this against boxers and styles. This wasn't styles. This was levels. Because for 85% of that fight, Shakur wasn't moving. He was stood in front of him.
And sometimes just going forward.
Yeah, he was going forward as well. Pushing him back. This was not styles, this levels. Like he didn't just move up and outbox someone who is terrible against boxers. No, he stood in front of him. Shakur couldn't. I mean, not Shakur. Teo couldn't hit him. I can't think of a single notable punch. I mean, I can't remember a single punch Teo landed, but he obviously must have in 12 rounds. But
I remember one body shot that just seemingly won him the only round he did anything in, and that's about it.
Yeah, he done something in the 8th round because he won it. Oh, I say he won it. I mean, Shakur didn't really do anything in that round.
Pity won it.
Like, it's the only round you can give him. There's no argument for any other round. Like, none at all. If you give him any other round, boxing's not for you. Stop scoring fights. It was a clinic. I mean, I said it'd be a boxing lesson. It wasn't really a boxing lesson. It was.
He'll kind of let Teofimo have a chance.
It was an everything lesson. It was. I mean, I guess it was a boxing lesson, but not like he didn't just stick a move and school him. No, he beat him up. Hilarious. I mean, like Teo looked worse than he did against boxers in that fight.
He made it seem like he did pretty well against Martin and Ortiz.
Like, he's so slow, like lunging in, he couldn't land anything. Like, someone like Teo against the best defensive fighter in the sport who can stand in front of you and you can't hit him. All right, it's not like with Zepeda, where Zepeda landed so many punches because he throws so many. Like, he's gonna land, but with someone like Teo, he's not.
Not a volume puncher.
It's not going to work. That's why we were so confident Shakur's going to win. Maybe not like that, but that's why we were so confident. Like he's just better. At the end of the day, he's better. Skills pay the bills. Like yeah, physical attributes do play a role, and size. Actually, well, I mean, he wasn't really bigger than Shakur, to be honest.
He didn't. I thought he was gonna like present himself to be bigger. I don't watch fucking weigh-in, so I couldn't. Had to wait.
Well, I saw the weigh-in. Well, Shakur's definitely taller, but that doesn't mean anything. This isn't high classes, but I mean, it didn't look that much different, to be honest.
Which is why I kind of don't think he. Like obviously, Teofimo's not like he's not a big fighter anyway, but I'm not sure what the reason would be for him to move back down. I think he should stay right where he's at.
I think there's a possibility to, if he can fight Murtazaliev for a ring title, I'd move back down. So, like, just for the accomplishment, but yeah, there's fights at 144.
Well, he will. I just don't. I don't think he would. Like he doesn't have to.
Look,
Yeah,
he could move up to 147, win a world title. He shouldn't.
That would look weird,
but
he could.
He could.
Off skill line. That would look kind of weird though.
Well, he'd 100% beat 3 of the 4 champions. I'm talking like 100%. They wouldn't be close fights. Haney would be competitive, but like Crocker, Rowley, and Barrios, he just dog walk. They wouldn't be competitive fights. But
like that's the thing with Shakur. Once he gets confident, he'll walk you down. You can't hit him; he'll get confident, walk you down. I mean, even Zepeda, I mean, he kind of put him on the back foot in the second half, and he had a tough start to that fight, and then even then, I mean, he can just beat you doing whatever.
I think the first sort of 3 rounds, you could just see. Like, I don't think Shakur missed with a jab. Every time Teo tried to get on the inside or push him back, he just ate a jab, and Shakur stepped round, and that was the end of it. And it wasn't like he was running; he was just stepping to the side, and then he started bringing sort of the left uppercut or left straight through to the body, and then it was just over. And like the basics of Shakur being able to time a jab as Teo's lunging in and move around and throw a backhand, Teo just didn't have an answer for it.
Yes, the problem is Teo's not going to be able to adjust. At the very least, he's not going to be able to adjust against someone like Shakur. He kind of came back a bit later on against Kambosos, but I mean, he's still got kind of bad in that fight. Yeah,
what chances we got when he's got that in the corner?
Yeah.
We have to talk about that shit.
Like, one, he doesn't know how to adjust himself, and 2, well, he can't adjust if he's not getting proper instructions in his corner. Like, hit him, bro, and where's your power? And you're gonna hate yourself tomorrow. It's not gonna help. This is why I've never liked Abel Sanchez, because his corner instructions, they're not that bad, but he can never adjust. He never gives his fighters any adjustment, and he's like 5 million times better than Teofimo Lopez Sr.
There's not a single corner man that's worse than that. You can't name anyone.
I saw Chris Mannix on commentary was giving Senior the credit for coming up with a Lomachenko game plan. Like, no, there was a guy called Joey Gamache. He thought of that game plan. Senior did nothing.
And go on. Sorry.
Like, he gave the same advice for the Kambosos fight. After he got knocked down in the first round, he came out to his corner, and his dad told him to knock him out, bro, or something like that.
Yeah, I think it was, why haven't you knocked him out yet?
Yeah, like
yeah.
and he was asking, "Where's your power?" Like, well, I need to land for the power to be effective. How do I land? What do I do?
And his power's never been there at 140, like we said. It just never has been there at 140. He scored what? Like, he dropped Camper. Is that the only knockdown he's got at 140?
Yeah, I think
Let
so.
alone stoppages. I
Yeah,
think it is.
it's like in his defense. I mean, like Taylor's tough and he's had bad style matchups, but still, I mean, there's been like
Well,
it's
Claggett
not
was
the
running
same.
into punches.
Yeah,
Yeah, like,
yeah,
but anyway, like you said with the Lomachenko fight, anyway, like, Plan A was working against Lomachenko because Lomachenko was naturally much smaller and was coming forward and coming into him, and that sort of perfect. I've just realised what I just said. That was just perfect for Teo to work off. Just sort of a smaller guy right in front of him. And even still in that fight, like, I still think if Loma started a little bit earlier, Loma could have won that fight. But, yeah, it just wasn't a great performance by Teofimo Lopez, but it was by Stevenson. And like you said, it was a horrific style matchup. And after Shakur got in that rhythm, he just beat him up, man. I didn't expect that. I expected sort of a quite boring fight, but I loved it, man. It was just perfect to watch. And
well,
yeah,
I thought if he doesn't feel the power, he's eventually gonna go on the front foot because he always does. Like, it's when he feels the power, when he's in with De Los Santos, he's like, bloody hell, he does that on Nakatia. But when he doesn't feel the power and he gets confident, he's gonna walk you down, and he did, and he cooked. Well, that could be performance of the year wrapped up already with just ended February.
Yep. I
it
don't
could
know
do.
what's gonna beat that.
Well, all I'm saying is my fire of the year pick is looking juicy right now.
You pick Shakur?
Yeah,
Yeah, he
I
did.
would say what other fight would he have to like secure that?
he could get a unification with Murataya.
'Cause I guess it would be realistic that he would fight only one or two more times.
I'll tell you here.
He
I'll
could.
tell you who's again.
He,
Devin Haney. And I think he'd beat Devin Haney. If he beats Devin Haney, one-sided.
Well, then that's super locked.
yeah, but the problem is, I don't want him to move up to 147 because he's not going to stay at 147. And coming down after going up, it's a bit dangerous. I mean, he's also talked about fighting Roach at 135.
I'm not as interested
Good
in
fight
that
for him.
anymore.
I'd watch
It's
that
still,
fight.
I know. I wish they. Like, I'm glad this happened now, but I wish they fought after Roach had done what he done.
I mean, like, it's only February. I mean, he could fight 3 times this year. Fight in the summer.
He could. I'm saying, is
He's
it
not going
realistic
to,
that he
but
does?
he could
I
fight in
don't
the
think
summer. Then he could fight in like November or something.
he
I
could
don't know.
fight right now, but because of he didn't get touched the other day. But
Well, I mean, he's still been for a hard training camp. You've got to let his body recover for a bit.
One thing that is good with Shakur here, he's had hand issues in the past, and it seems like they're okay. So he should be able to be active. But obviously kept him out the ring for a while. But like, yeah, I think. Oh my god, I've forgotten his name. Oh my god, Ross Amber. He's got Ross Amber doing his raps and stuff now, and I believe they've sorted it out, or at least helped his hands, which is very very nice. But yeah, there's so many options for him. Even at 140, I'd watch him against Dalton Smith. I think think he beat Dalton Smith. There's like so many guys around, like even O'Shaki Foster, a rogue shout.
He beat all of them.
Yeah, a rogue shout. The Navarrete Nunes winner. I think that would probably sell quite well at lightweight. Like,
We don't need to see Navarrete at lightweight again. It's bad enough the first time.
Nunes, no, I think.
But Nunes is a midget.
Yeah, he's thick, isn't he? Yeah. Look at him. He's built like a bodybuilder. Yeah. Well, there is one guy at lightweight. We can watch him against Coolboy Steph. But
Oh, fuck off.
yeah.
Well,
Floyd Schofield, Murataya. I want a Murataya fight though. But yeah. We'll see. Teo says he's going up to welterweight. Yeah, I don't see that going particularly well for him, even though it is quite a weak division. He can maybe win a world title there.
I think it'll be fine. Welterweight's terrible.
Like
these idiots, these idiots just walking towards him. Oh, he'd have a field day.
Teofimo Lopez against Jin Sasaki, book it.
No.
Jin Sasaki doesn't need to be on. Actually, he might not be on the end of a knockout of the year because Tio's not punched like Haney, at least at 147. But it wouldn't be great.
Yeah. He's back in a couple of weeks, Jin Sasaki.
He should fight Conor Ben.
Yeah.
Not Shakur, like what they were doing afterwards.
Let's leave him alone because let's not talk about that. But man, there's fights for him.
He should fight. He could beat all the champions, man. Come on. Well, except he can beat Haney. I forgot he's a champion. Even though I picked him to win.
Fuck off. So nasty.
Yeah, so we will see how that goes. A lot of options for both, but we will see. Moving on to this undercard. Keyshawn Davis got back in the mix. He dominated Jermaine Ortiz. Really good performance. Actually, I'm just going to hold that there. Well, I've just seen something. Apologies. This is breaking, literally within the last 5 or 10 minutes. The latest WBC rankings on their website are showing that the lightweight title is now vacant.
Oh.
So Shakur's vacated it looks like. And we'll stay at 140, which is interesting.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Yadia Herrera, champion.
No.
Oh, Lord.
Oh,
Shaki, I'm going to need you to do us all a favor.
Oh, for
we're going to get it. And then for the WBA title, Lucas Barley's going to land a shot from the gods against Schofield and ice him, and we're going to get Yadir Herrera against Lucas Barley in the unification.
Shakur, this is all your fault.
Yeah, we'll see. I blame Teofimo. We'll see what happens, but that's just what I've been sent. So yeah, we'll see. I don't know how true that is, and obviously that more will sort of be talked about that over the next few days, but we'll see what happens. Yeah, but going back to Keyshawn Davis, he dominated Jermaine Ortiz. Won practically every round, and then dropped him a couple of times in the 11th and 12th rounds and got a knockout. So yeah, really good performance, and I hope he concentrates on actually fighting instead of being more on outside the ring. Because I do worry about him. I was listening to another show this week, and someone made a good point. He's got a little bit of the Broner about him, the way he acts. Like, that's sort of the word, that's sort of the comparison I was looking for around the De Los Santos fight. It was a bit Bronerish. And I just really, really hope he doesn't go down that route. I really hope he stays focused, because there's a special fighter in there. I think he's really, really good. And yeah, hopefully he can fight for a title at 140 soon, because I don't know. I think he beat Dalton Smith. I think he beat Poyo. I think he beat Hitchens. I think he beat Russell. I think he beat Hirioka. I think he beat all these guys. He's probably the second best fighter at the weight behind Shakur now. But yeah, he's a really good fighter, and I hope he keeps his head screwed on.
I mean, you would hope so. I mean, he's with Shakur and Crawford sorting out, telling him to fix his shit up. I mean, considering how Ortiz has looked against other fighters, I mean, it's pretty impressive. He dominated him. And not that Ortiz is like crazy, but he's still good. And he dominated him and stopped him. And stopped him in the final round.
Oh man, people who bet on Keyshawn's decision are mad as hell.
Imagine. But yeah, Ortiz is just one of those really solid sort of contenders, gatekeepers. And yeah, not many people have done that to him. So yeah, really good performance. We'll move down to one fight. Taj, Bruce Carrington, scores a beautiful knockout against Carlos Castro to win a WBC featherweight title. What are your thoughts?
Damn, I've been double muted to the baton pass. Okay. Yeah, it was good. I might or might not have been on my feet when Carrington got hurt. I may or may not have been sat right back down when he scored probably the best knockout so far this year. He's good. I just, I picked him to win it, like, anyway, but like I didn't think he was gonna do it like that. That was pretty crazy.
I mean, outside of the shaky rounds where he got hurt, and then the round afterwards, I mean, he looked pretty damn good.
He looked pretty damn good.
Like, yes.
He's fast as hell.
I mean, I don't know if he's getting better at what he's good at. I mean, I don't really think he's getting better at what he's not good at, but the time will come when not improving the flaws will
Get him shinned, but
right,
it wasn't gonna happen this time.
He'll pay for those, but he's really good if he fixes those flaws. Yeah, I mean,
I feel like it's a thing where some of these fighters that are becoming champions are still developing fighters to where maybe to me it just looks weird when they have a belt like some other fighter who's had belt like multiple belts and belts for years and stuff, when they're obviously not, you wouldn't think of them as a championship level fighter. Like, you wouldn't say Abdullah Mason's a championship level fighter, but he has a belt like some like Usyk does. But
they just get like fast track to titles.
yeah, some fighters who don't have belts are better. Or there's a lot of fighters that don't have belts that have never had belts that are better than current champions who might have had multiple belts.
You can blame Seton Bone for this, for him having a belt, him going up to fight with Shaggy and vacating, missing weight, being a massive pedophile, pretty much. Yeah, but well, I mean, I wouldn't say Carrington's not world level. I mean, he's really good. He just has the flaws. Other than the flaws, he's really good, which I can say about everyone. Really, other than your flaws, you're really good.
Yeah. It's weird with him as well, because how old do you think he is? Just off the top of your head.
Well, we know that he's older than.
Well, I know
Like,
how old he is, so
I think
I
he's
can't answer
28.
that.
yeah. Like, you'd
He's
think
old.
he was 24, 25. He's like
Yeah.
28, nearly 29. He's 29 in April. Like,
And like he had to be fast tracked because
yeah,
he's pushing 30.
yeah. Like, he's turned pro at 24. And, like, he had loads of 4 or 6 rounders. So, like, yeah. I guess he's. I really enjoyed this fight, actually. I thought it was a nice fight. I thought Castro's went in it, losing rounds, but he was winning the fight. But yeah, um, it's weird. It's a weird division featherweight. I don't think we'll get onto it a bit more later. But I don't know where he stands, Carrington. That's a really good win, though.
Well, I guess we'll find out. Like, I don't say considering what Castro did against Fulton, but that's not exactly aging very well.
Yeah, I think. Yeah, I think with Fulton, obviously there's styles, but I think that we're talking about a fight that we're going to talk about in a bit. But I think Figueroa is just completely done, and that's why he won that fight, possibly. Or that's why he had the much easier time in the first fight in that fight. And even still, like, he lost a few rounds late in that fight as well. But we'll talk about that later. Yeah, hopefully he gets a big fight next, Carrington. We'll see.
I don't think he will. He's
It's
gonna
featherweight. He'll
Oh, he's
probably
gonna have a nasty title defense.
have the few top ranked title defenses that they like to have, and then
he's gonna have
I
to come to
guess
Glasgow.
uh,
He's gonna have to get beaten on.
maybe Nathaniel Collins can come
School by
to.
Nathaniel Collins in Glasgow.
Nathaniel Collins can
That's
come
what's
to New
gonna happen.
York.
Big fights on. He can't do tickets in New York. Why won't he come to the Thistle Hotel in Glasgow in front of like 300 people at a dinner show and get fucking flogged by Nathaniel Collins? That's what's going to happen. But we will see. Moving on. Gerald Miller beats Kingsley eBay heavyweight slot fest. Not really worth talking about. Neither were particularly great. Gerald Miller, obviously the biggest thing was the hair. Who cares about that, really? It was funny, but who really cares? And yeah, with Miller right now, I think he's a name that's going to be picked off. He's going to get a big fight because he's a talker and he's a big name, and that hair stuff has put him into a new stratosphere. And somebody like a Wardley punching up him upside down, or whoever else in the town were punching him upside down. That will do big numbers online, and it will be a big promotional thing. And yeah, Miller looked shot to bits, and he wasn't brilliant in the first place. And eBay is just what eBay is. So yeah, not much else to say really on that, is there?
We need the Dubois rematch. That's what we need.
Why?
Well,
Just threw up a little in my mouth.
it's a little comeback fight for Dubois after getting chin.
Dubois fighting Zhang.
No, it's not happening.
He's
gonna fight.
Over.
He's gonna fight Jerome Miller.
We need Dubois against Nathan Gorman too. That's what we need.
Stop reminding me.
I did the same as you in that fight. Don't worry. You know what's weird, really weird. This is a total different subject. I've picked Nathan Gorman to beat two people who've gone on to win world heavyweight titles. Because I picked him to beat Wardley as well.
Disgusting.
Well, in an alternate universe, Gormley won these fights and he went on to become a world champion.
Yeah, but
I'm so sure.
That's the world I want to live
in. Yeah. There was one other fight on this show, or worth talking about. Actually,
Was
that
there?
that Saudi Nepo baby getting paid was very, very funny.
Yeah.
Out my youth, but that was always coming. Ammo Williams
Came
beat Wendy
multiple
Tucson.
times already.
We won't talk about the fight, but we'll talk about the sort of the story surrounding the fight. Ammo Williams beat Wendy Tucson by UD. Adames was apparently 180 pounds heading into fight week and was hospitalized cutting weight. So he'll probably vacate that title. And with Yanabet getting stripped in the next few days or weeks, yeah, it's looking like 3 belts going to be up for grabs. And there's a rumor, another good rumor, that Jesus Ramos will fight Yoeli Hernandez for the WBC title on the Benavides Zerdo undercard. So hopefully that happens. It's a good fight. And
that could be worse. I expected much worse. I mean, there will
fight.
be with the other belts.
With the other belts. Do you want to know the fights for the other belts?
Denzel Bentley is going to be fighting for one of them.
Denzel Bentley against Endri Saavedra.
Denzel Bentley, world champion, will be there.
No, Endri Saavedra's going to knock him out. But we'll see. Do you know the other one?
What belt is left?
Aaliyah, the Italian who fights in Germany.
Brilliant.
Against another Brit. Think of British middleweights, and I guarantee you won't think of this one.
All I can think, actually, is he British? I don't know. All I can think of is George Liddard. Oh, bloody hell. Oh, wait, no, you did tell me this, didn't you? I did. Yeah, you did tell me this.
Someone with the best win of River Wilson bent. A 2024 River Wilson bent in his last fight. So yeah, we will see how this goes. But yeah, middleweight. Anyhow, we will move on to junior middleweight. There were a couple of title fights in that division this weekend. We'll start in Puerto Rico. Alexander Zayas puts on a really good performance against Baraou. I thought he clearly won the fight. He boxed brilliantly the first half, and then it turned into a bit of a dogfight in the second half. And I thought, even in that, he came out on top of it. But yeah, really good performance. I thought whoever scored that fight to Baraou should never judge again. And I've got some stats on this Olivia Brayan, who scored it to Baraou later. But I'll let you talk about the fight first.
I mean, he won pretty convincingly for me, to be honest. Even though I did give Baraou 4 rounds. Like the first 4 rounds, I mean, he was just cooking. I mean, that's the best he's ever looked. And it got a little bit shaky after that for a couple of rounds, and he got it back a bit. And then they decided to have a round of the year, pretty much, in the final round. Yeah, if you haven't watched the fight, then just watch it for the performance and the final round. It's definitely worth it.
That round was fucking crazy.
His eyes are just getting better. I mean, compare this to the one that fought like to Cher or something. Like, it looks completely different.
Again, isn't he like 23?
Yeah, he's 23. Yeah, he's 23.
Like, bro. He's a unified champion.
I think he's turning into a very, very good boxer puncher. And I think Virgil Ortiz had the chance to fight him about a year ago, and I think he made a mistake not doing it sooner because as time goes on, the pendulum swings more and more in Xander Zayas' favor. And I think he's improving, and he's getting more experience, and he's becoming a star. He did a really good gate there. He sold out the arena. he's getting celebrity status in Puerto Rico. He's like having celebrities turn up at his fights. And I think he's going to be the next Puerto Rican star. I think he's very, very good. And I also think he's what boxing fans say they want in a fighter as well. You're looking at somebody who tried to fight Virgil Ortiz last year. For whatever reason, Ortiz ended up fighting Mazrimov, even though Zayas signed for the fight. He tried to force a WBO mandatory against Fundora. Fundora vacated the belt. He was ready to fight Charles Conwell, who was getting all this hype as the boogeyman of the division, the best kept secret at 154 pounds. He couldn't beat Garcia, so he fought Garcia and beat him. Tried to fight Yoenis Tellez, who was another guy people were high on. Tellez couldn't beat Baraou, so he fought Baraou. And now he's trying to unify again. He'll fight. There were conversations. I know there were conversations between Top Rank and Kathy Duva to make a Murtazaliev fight if they both won. Murtazaliev didn't win. So now he said he'll fight Kelly. He said he'll fight Fundora. He said he'll fight Enes. He said he'll fight Ortiz. Like he will fight them. He's running to the fire. He's 23. He's what we should be encouraging. But for some reason, I don't see as much love for him as I do other fighters who are fighting Isma Lima and people like that. Who are fighting. I don't know who. I can't even remember who he fought. Who are fighting people like Thomas Delorme at 26 years of age. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe if the two divas in the division, who people say are the most talented, keep having all these silly negotiations and silly fights, one day they'll look up and see Zayas as an undisputed champion. Maybe that will happen one day. Who knows? But yeah, he's getting much better, and I think he'll be a force at middleweight when he moves up, especially with how poor middleweight is. He can walk into that division and take over. So, yeah, hopefully we see a Kelly fight next, or a Virgil fight next, or an Enes fight next, or a Fundora fight next. I think probably Kelly's the most likely. But yeah, we'll see. We'll see.
Yeah, well, didn't. And they say, like, Kelly's going to fight Booze.
Right, so the contractual situation with that is, when Kelly signed to fight Murtazaliev and signed with Matchroom, as part of that contract, there's a framework for him to fight Enes. There's a set amount of money for it to happen in the UK, and the set amount of money for it to happen outside the UK for Kelly. But now that he's beaten Murtazaliev, there's a time period in which Enes has to sort of take the fight. And if Enes is still pissing about negotiating with Virgil Ortiz, and it looks like Enes is fighting in April anyway, like, Kelly's going to be freed up. And even if Kelly has another fight, you've got Brandon Adams against Kevin Aguiarco as a final eliminator. That's happening in April or May, I think. And then the IBF champion will have to fight the winner. So if Boots keeps pissing about like he keeps doing, yeah, I see a Zayas against Kelly fight is very possible, to be honest.
Yeah, I see no reason why neither would take that fight. I think Ennis should fight Kelly, though. Not that he necessarily will, but I think he should. I mean, I can't imagine he looks at Kelly and thinks that he won't win, but you never know. Kelly is the boogeyman slayer now.
Yeah. Yeah. That's the perfect segue to move on to that fight. You were right. Well done. And I was right as well. because I said Murtazaliev would lose his title in the ring this year. So yeah, but in all seriousness, that fight went exactly as I thought it would, up until the point where Kelly didn't fall apart after getting knocked down. And he got up and he gritted it out, even though there might have been an incident later on in the ninth round that we'll get into, but I think probably should have changed the result. But we'll get into that in a minute. But yeah, fantastic performance from Kelly, I thought.
I know you scored it a draw. I think 6 rounds is the most you can give Murtazaliev. He was just getting outboxed. I mean, he was.
I agree. If I
For
was
like
probably
the first, yeah, up until the knockdown, I mean,
He might have won 2 rounds.
I gave him 1 round. He might have won 2 rounds at a stretch. And I thought Kelly won the 12th round.
He was kind of getting Pernell Whitaker-y in the fourth. It was kind of nasty.
Yeah, I mean, he pretty much did all he needed to do. And then he didn't fall apart. Yeah. I even like scoring a knockdown. It was a flash knockdown with jab, but I mean, still scoring a knockdown. Like the surge of confidence he must have got after that. And then you just see him get knocked down. You're like, oh, bloody hell, here we go. No. I was just screaming, like, run away, hold, do something, get out of the round. I think he kind of like took the 10th round, trying to get his legs back. Then like had an okay 11th. I mean, Murtazaliev won the 11th, and then in the 12th, I mean, he was just kind of showboating a lot in the 12th. It's kind of funny. And then he had that little flurry at the end. Yeah. Like, you think, oh, Murtazaliev's not going to get a decision, but this time it was actually like fair. And I don't think the cards were that bad. I think 8-4 is fine.
Yeah.
It looks a bit wide, but you know, like if you only give Murtazaliev one of the first 8 rounds, and you also give
Kelly the 12th.
Kelly the 12th, that's 8-4. I think that's perfectly fine.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's like what I said. Murtazaliev can't do what Avanesian does. He doesn't pressure like Avanesian. And I'm definitely sure the weight was a big factor in his performance. But still, you know, it's never been the best style.
I think there's a big factor in Kelly's as well. He looked really strong at 154.
Yeah, he did look. He looked a lot better. Like Murtazaliev looked. I mean, he always looks like a zombie, but you know, at some point when you're coming in 152, 153, fight after fight, and you're like 12 foot tall, it's gonna have an effect. Like, I don't know. Like you've got to be overtraining or I don't know, fucking up the weight somehow, or you just have a crazy metabolism. But still, it's not good. Someone that big should not be coming in at 152, even though it works for Fundora. But he's weird.
Yeah. Anyhow. Now it's getting controversial. I'm about to say something.
Is it the same thing I saw in the 9th round?
The end of the 9th round, I believe there was a clear knockdown from Murtazaliev that wasn't scored.
Yeah, so he like stepped on his foot, so it couldn't have been clear.
I don't think he stepped on his foot.
There was replay. He stepped on his foot.
Not. Was it from the jab or was it from the foot? I don't know.
Well, I can't remember the replay. I haven't watched it back. I will fact check this. Not now because I can't be bothered. I'm gonna fact check.
I don't know. Maybe he stepped on his foot. Maybe it was a jab, but I think that was probably a knockdown. But no complaints about the result. I will complain about Steve Gray scoring a 10-10 round in the last round so he can give it to Kelly by a point. That's like just score it to Kelly, because when you score it a 10-10 round, it just looks like you're doing your best to make sure you give it to Kelly.
And it doesn't even make sense because like Kelly probably won the round as well.
Yeah,
I think more people gave Kelly the round. Just give it to Kelly.
Yeah, idiot. But yeah, Steve Gray, what a man. Once described to me as the man who could stop a Japanese bullet train going at full speed in an instant if it was in the away corner.
Brilliant.
So we will see. We will see what goes on at super welterweight. Who knows? But yeah, we'll move on to the Probots card. We'll run through this because there wasn't huge amounts on there to talk about. I thought Benjamin Johnson looked very, very good. He's a fantastic prospect. Who else was on there? Starling Castillo lost the main event, didn't they? I'll get the box back up now. So yeah, Brian Flores beat Starling Castillo. I thought that was pretty one-sided. I thought Brian Flores clearly won that fight. I don't know why it was a majority decision. Okay fight. Cinnamon Sagawa lost to Rene Palacios. I was talking to a couple of people about Rene Palacios this week. They said he was a very live underdog. I had a couple of quid on him at about 4-1. And yeah, Sagawa had trouble sort of with a southpaw pressuring him. And it was a very close fight, and Palacios takes a split decision. And yeah, who knows where Sagawa comes now, because he had a really good run. He beat Ruben Villa, obviously. Had the very close fight with Carrington, and then beat up and stopped Brian Acosta. And now he's just lost to an unknown Mexican, so I don't know where he goes from there, really.
He can come back, get him another fight on Pro Box.
Yeah, I guess he goes back to the away corner, doesn't he? I guess he's, yeah.
That's fine. It's only one loss.
You know, I guess like Sam Goodman fights there, like he can just be an opponent for people. Yan Santana, Albert Gonzalez, he'll just go into that mold now, won't he? But yeah, Francois Scarborough beat Brandon Valdez in a very fun fight. Brandon Valdez, I said before on last week's show, Brandon Valdez, he came into this fight 15-7, but he's a very, very good journeyman. He's a solid fighter, and that was a good fight. It could have gone either way. I think 96-94 to Scarborough's fair. 99-91 is just horrific. But it was a fun fight if you haven't seen it. Jordan White won a pretty terrible fight. Elijah Flores got beat. Trevor Marshall won. And yeah, Jordan Roach won as well. David Whitmire is a very good prospect. He won as well. But we will move on to Sunday. Whip through these. Serhii Boachuk defeats Batayev in what I thought was a fantastic fight via split decision. Could have gone either way. I scored at 95-95. Just a really, really good fight. A really fun action fight. Boachuk maybe just a bit bigger, and that's what got him the win. But yeah, if you haven't seen that fight, it's really, really fun. Jose Valenzuela beat Diego Torres. Very fun fight. Valenzuela just took over in the second half, though, after a pretty competitive first half. And what will do well to be beaten for comeback of the year this year happened on Sunday on Zuffa. As Hot Rod Kalajic gets knocked down twice, loses every single round to Alexander Vosdik, is 60-52 down on two cards, 59-53 down on the other. And then pulls out a comeback of the year knockout against Vosdik in the 7th round and takes his legs completely out, and yeah, comeback of the year, that probably.
Yeah, Vosdik, you might have to pack it in, buddy. I like their comeback, but you gotta. It's over.
Yeah, it's over. He's 38 now, and yeah, he probably should just finish.
You're getting stopped by your fellow peers from about 9 years ago.
Yep.
So you need to pack it in.
I think Zuffa, like, it's weird. Zuffa's just like what Pro Box used to be, with like really good production.
Unfortunately, in the like fucking UFC prospect arena.
Yeah. But like we said, there's plenty of problems with Zuffa, but I think they're putting on good fights, and they've got the best heavyweight champion of all time on in a couple of weeks as well. They got Charles Martin against them.
God, you mean?
Yeah. Christ.
Yes, Jesus Christ, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Against F.A. Jagbar.
Big FA. We will preview the fights now. For this week. There was one tomorrow that we were going to mention. Albert Ramirez defending the WBA interim light heavyweight title against Lerone Sniper the Boss Richards.
Isn't that
But
fine?
I would like to thank Albert Ramirez for being hospitalised today because I don't have to watch Lerone Richards now. So thank you.
I was about to say 2026 Lerone Richards.
Well, good, because it was a terrible fight.
Yeah.
They should not come back to it.
Yep. Lerone should what stupid. Like, honestly, it takes something for your own manager to sort of vent to people about how much of an idiot you are, for turning down opportunities and being just a pain to work with. And that's what I'll say about Lerone Richards. We will move on though. Dimitri Asanyal's fighting Carlos Ramos. Dimitri Asanyal's very highly ranked for the WBC. Exceptional amateur. Has a weird style. It's like his nickname's the Wasp, and I think that's perfect to how he describe him. He's sort of like buzzing around you, throwing loads of punches. Sort of fights a little bit like Galaya Fire, I think. But yeah, and Mehmet Unal was on there as well. And then you've got typical Iron Tiger guys like Wyatt Sanford and Thomas Shabbat on there as well. But we won't go into that too much. We will move on to Friday. To the world title fight, the WBO bantamweight title fight in Jalisco, Mexico, between Christian Medina and Taj's favorite fighter, Adrian Carrillo.
Why is that my favorite fighter?
He iced your king in 2 rounds.
My king ice who you think is my king.
Yeah, Adrian Carrillo somehow is getting the bantamweight title shot. And let's be honest, this is just a typical home defense for Medina. He's going to run Jimenez. Sorry, he's going to run Carrillo over, and probably fight Bam next, which I'd like. But yeah, this fight isn't competitive. It shouldn't be competitive. And if it is, oh boy, the job Bam is going to do on Medina. Well, the job he's going to do anyway, but it might be really bad if this is competitive.
It's going to be really bad, even if it's not.
Yeah.
Competitive. I mean, I'm like 2 years ago, Carrillo's a light flyweight.
Mm-hmm.
Then he loses to Sonny Edwards at flyweight. And 2024, and somehow he's getting a bantamweight title.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I mean, in December 2024, he fought that Damian Arce, who's the Cuban who fights in Mexico, and that was at 112 as well.
That was at flyweight.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he fought. His last fight was against a super flyweight.
Yeah, and he missed weight.
He did miss weight.
Korea misses weight, and then he suddenly said, "Oh, I'm a bantamweight now," and gets a world title shot. Brilliant. I mean, yeah, I like Medina. He's very beatable, obviously. I only really take the Nishida fight as like a quote unquote real loss. Like, he was like basically a child. He was like 19 when he had his first few losses. I think he was 17 in one of them as well. Like, I'm not really counting the 4-rounder when you're 17 as a real professional loss, to be honest. But yeah, he matured into a really good fighter. Had the Nishida fight. He was competitive in that. Gave Nishida good work, but ultimately Nishida was a lot cleaner. Kept the range a lot better and is a lot bigger. So like, it was a good fight, but Nishida won it clearly. And then yeah, obviously he got to WBO mandatory and nuked Yoshiki Takai. In an upset that I called to pat myself on the back. But yeah, he's a nice little fighter, but I think he's one of these guys that's not going to have a terribly long title reign because he's going to run into a special fighter. And yeah, I like him though. It'd be a good win for Bam.
Yeah, well, until he fights Bam, he's going to do Carrillo some serious harm.
Yep.
Why is he getting a title shot?
Because he's Mexican and it's easy and he's cheap. That's why.
Like, it would make more sense if this was a WBC belt from Mexican getting a random title shot or an IBF because they have terrible mandatories.
Yeah.
You know, they're all they're not all as bad as each other, but they're all terrible.
Yeah. Just there's not a lot of a lot to note on this undercard, but I will mention this. Sebastian Juarez is fighting, and you may be asking who the hell is Sebastian Juarez? Well, if you remember, in October last year, he fought the Marcus Layton on the MVP card, in Texas. That was the fight where he was dropped in the first round, had multiple points taken off him. Was basically, if he was a B-side, he would have been stopped about 3 times, and then came back to knockout late in the first round in one of the most ridiculous sort of rounds of last year. If you remember that fight.
Yeah.
So yeah, he's back against Ernesto Sanchez Rodriguez, so he could get chinned or he could chin him. So we'll see. Hopefully it's a fun fight. There's also a WBO and ABO title fight on there. Alberto Mora Garcia, who has been fighting. I think he fought on a PBC card, but yeah, he's been around for ages. He's fighting someone. Yeah, there's not much else, just a load of sort of unbeaten prospects against kids. So we'll see what happens on that. There's usually some good fights on Mexican cards, so we'll see. But we will move on to Liverpool on Saturday. Nick Ball defends his WBA featherweight title against Brandon Figueroa in a mandatory defense. A shot to pieces Brandon Figueroa, but who should be coming off a one-sided loss to Jarek Gonzalez if it wasn't for incompetent judges. I say all this about Figueroa, but honestly, I still think he has a very good chance of winning this fight because I don't think Nick Ball's terribly great at world level, and I think Figueroa's physicality and volume will cause him problems.
The big one. The one we've been waiting for. Well, I mean, it's hard to... if he's not super washed, Figueroa beats Nick Ball. Nick Ball's terrible. Well, he's not terrible. He's good, but he's not, insane.
He's shit.
He also had a terrible time against Sam Goodman, which is a bad look.
And Doheny and Rios and all the other fucking super bantamweights he's fought.
Well, I was debating on picking Figueroa. I'm just on an upset run at the moment.
No, I wouldn't be on an upset run when it's a title defense of his for the rest of it. Brandon Figueroa by UD.
Well, I can't see him getting a decision. He's not leaving Liverpool with anything. Well, one, because they'll steal all his shit, but...
I don't know the stereotypes of it.
Two, because, he's not getting a decision, and he's going to...
Again, like I was saying, Nick Ball can kick him in his chest, and he won't get a point deducted, so...
Yeah, he could, I don't know, drop kick him.
Both feet perpendicular to him, and just be like, oh man, that's a warning. You can't do that.
Right, that's a 10-8 round for Nick Ball.
I mean, we talk about there's been talk about Alexander Usyk fighting Rico Verhoeven, who's the kickboxing world champion for ages. We could get Nick Ball against I don't know, Nick Ball against Espinoza on that card as well, because Nick Ball's obviously a kickboxing world champion as well, isn't he?
Yeah.
Jesus Christ, throwing elbows and kicks and knees at every fighter he fights. Like, Jesus.
Yeah, he's in the wrong sport. Go to MMA.
What fucking weight class would he be in? He's 4'8".
Yeah,
I don't know their weight classes.
I think what's his name? Nick Ball probably wins the decision here, but it wouldn't surprise me.
He probably does, and it's sad.
Yeah, it's depressing.
I think Figueroa's done. Being honest, I think probably Magsayo took a lot out of him, and he looked awful against Magdaleno. lost 9 or 10 rounds straight in that fight to Fulton. And then, let's be honest, he got battered the first half of the fight by Jarrett and got a very, very bad gift decision. But yeah, I think Bull probably wins a tight decision and probably has to hold on late to win it.
Well, if Figueroa's washed, I mean, he'll probably win an easy decision or stop him.
I don't think
Like,
he'll stop him.
I mean, he doesn't need to do anything crazy to stop him, though. British refs.
The British way.
Yeah. Like, you can't, let's say he, like, hurts him, and Nick Ball just throws a stoppage, lands nothing. You can't see it being stopped.
I can.
Exactly. Like, yeah, legitimately stopping him, maybe not, but British stopping him, yeah, definitely.
Yeah, the British stoppage, like a TKO 9 right there. Like a big flurry on the ropes where he's landed 2 of 13 thrown punches.
Well, we just need Wolfie just one more time.
Or Fig Newton, I need you.
I mean, he doesn't even need to win. Just perform well. I mean, you can't be getting dominated.
Perform like early 2020s Brandon Figueroa.
Oh, then he wins.
Yeah.
Then he wins.
2021 Figueroa. I was physically in the building there. I was there. Oh man, I miss you.
Yeah.
Oh, how
losing his belt.
Not too much. Not too much.
Yeah, I mean, just if he's washed, perform well, and possibly give us a fight of the year. Because it could be. I mean, well, they both come forward. They both come forward throwing loads of punches. I mean, if he's not washed, I mean, how can it not be good? Unless he just batters Nick Ball. But
I mean, that would be good.
Like, even if he batters Nick Ball, I mean, Nick Ball's still going to land quite a bit. That's just what he does. He's not going to stop throwing even if he's getting battered.
Not too much.
Yeah, we'll see. It's a fun fight. I just think Figueroa is maybe a bit of a big target. And more with those sort of marauding combinations where he sort of charges at you throwing a load, will sort of a lot of those will land.
Yeah, he's a big target for those fists and legs and elbows and head.
Yeah.
Shoulders, knees and toes.
Yeah, well, unfortunately, or fortunately, if you like Nick Ball, I'm going to pick him to win a decision.
Same.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah. I'll tell you what's a very, very fun fight on the card. Andrew Kane against Jair Gonzalez. WBC eliminator, even though they're not going to get the shot when they win. Extension, the Strider will get that shot, but I think Gonzalez is a very tough matchup, and I don't think Kane's particularly brilliant. And I think everything about this matchup, relatively unknown Mexican coming to the UK against someone on the verge of a title shot, tells me that Jair Gonzalez is going to win this fight, and he's an 8-1 underdog, and I'm going to pick him to win. And I think the volume will be too much for Kane. I think Jair Gonzalez is a little bit bigger, and I think, or a little bit bigger frame-wise. He's taller, he's longer. And I think Kane struggles to make 118 a little bit. He did start his career at 122 until he lost to Baluta. Yeah, I think Jair Gonzalez is going to win this fight. Yeah, tough fight. And I think Gonzalez will win.
No, we need another British future world champion. Add to the growing list. Just got Josh Kelly.
Yeah.
Jazza Dickens, Fabio Wardley, Lewis Crocker.
You know who Gonzalez just beat, by the way, in his last fight? You'll never guess.
Yeah, I probably won't guess. I can't think of anyone.
Juan Hernandez Navarrete. That's
Oh,
blasted
What
apart.
the
brilliant.
Wow.
Started doing 3 rounds against a 38-year-old Juan Hernandez Navarrete.
I thought he was older than that. Holy shit.
Yeah, but it's a tough fight, I think, for Andrew Gane.
Well, yeah. British against Mexican is always a tough fight.
Always.
I mean, he's just Mexican, so when he's fighting a British guy, yeah, he's gonna win. He's gonna chin him or just batter him because the ref won't stop it.
I
Get
can't be
dropped.
bothered to do this, but somebody needs to do the maths on how many Mexicans have come over and upset Brits over the last sort of 10 years, 15 years, because it's way too many.
I don't think there's enough numbers to count.
Oh my god.
A lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the answer is a lot. Like,
Especially for the robberies as well.
just think of a very big number.
Multiply
And
it by
it's
50.
a lot more than that. And we would know because we watch them all.
Yeah. Yeah. There's loads. It's fantastic though. I love a good Mexican upset. But yeah, we will move on to the news. It looks like Brandon Glanton's finally getting his Opataya fight. That's been announced or confirmed or broken in the press. Don't forget we told you first last week on the show. Because we leak all the exclusives before the exclusives get leaked. So yeah, Diego Pacheco pulls out of the hands of Shiraz purse bids. So Shiraz is fighting Alan Begic. Actually, wait. We forgot to review a fight. We forgot to review a fight on Saturday.
Oh yeah, we did. Williams goal.
We're gonna do it now.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
He has risen.
No, it is.
He
Yeah,
has
no,
risen.
it's something.
Jesus has returned. Christ is king. He is back. William Skull gets punished upside down for about 11 rounds and 2.5 minutes by Jacob Bank and falls apart in the 12th and gets stopped. God is good.
Canelo Alvarez.
Like, he wasn't even competitive. He got flogged. He didn't win a single minute of a round. He's got smashed to pieces. It was brilliant.
You've just
Jacob Chase Bank.
You just unironically described the Canelo's goal fight.
Fuck's sake.
Like, I don't want to make this a Canelo hating session, but my God, some questions need to be asked, and
he made it himself by losing to Williams goal.
So, are we saying that Jacob Banks the new undisputed champion?
I mean,
yeah.
I need to see something. Jacob Bank, can you be Canelo's comeback fight?
Oh man.
I'll tell you what, I'd watch. And he got a WBC ranking today. Jacob Bank against Christian and Billy. I'd watch that fight. He obviously smashed Zoiga to bits before this as well, but he's a good little fighter. I think he's obviously got obvious flaws, Jacob Bank, but he's fun. He's a very fun fighter, and God is good. Like, it wasn't even remotely competitive, this fight. But yeah, this links into the Pacheco stuff because so the timeline of events, this is Boxing Business 101 by Uncle Frank. Pacheco pulls out last week. I think it was the Wednesday, just after we recorded. We might have mentioned it on the show. I don't know. So he pulls out because he's adapting to new management, apparently. Whatever the hell that means. Intricate way to duck Shiraz. He's ducked and Billy on multiple occasions as well. Is he a serious fighter? I don't know.
Let's call
a spade. He's ducked the world title shot here. He's ducked Christian and Billy multiple times as well. it's just the reality. The fights have been ordered and he's pulled out of them. So yeah, he pulls out, and then Queensbury goes to the WBO. They say, "We have a fight date penciled in for Shiraz. You need to order something now so we can get a deal done." Jacob Banks fighting on the Saturday, so he's busy. We can't order him. We'll order Alan Begic, who's been defending a WBO European title for years in Germany and Austria, and he's about 39 years of age, and he's not very good. So Shiraz gets an easy world title shot. And you know, we see a lot of missing persons campaigns, sadly, in the world, and it's tragic when people go missing. And I don't know why they don't just stick a WBO ranking on them, because Frank Warren would be able to find them in 10 minutes. And he's been doing that for about 30 years. But yeah. In other news, Chisora Wilder got announced for April the 4th in London. Yeah, big time boxing's back. Oh. George Liddard's fighting Tyler Denny, and Jamie TKV's fighting Reactpour as well. In better news, Fundora against Furman got announced. Or is it? It's generally like we're in 2017, like Fundora and Wilder are headlining cards in back-to-back weeks. Like it's like we're in 2017. Bivol against Eifert purse bids got pushed back to the 13th of February. And one last bit of news: Matchroom Boxing lose another purse bid. Shock horror! They've won about 3 in about 40 years. Liam Power against Crocker, No Limit won those bids. Bid about $1.2 million, and that fight's going to happen in Australia, and I think that's going to be on the Tim Zoo undercard. So yeah, it's a fun fight, and yeah, I mean, you know what they say about Matchroom: accountants by name, accountants by nature. They don't overpay on purse bids. So yeah, we've always seen that with Matchroom. No surprises there. And yeah, we'll see. I don't know if there's any other news you've seen.
No.
Yeah, I mean, we'll see. We'll see what happens. It's an interesting week, really. And yeah, a great performance by Shakur Stevenson. But yeah, thank you for listening. And that was episode 96.
See you on episode 97.